in all of sports, please welcome NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell. Hello, sir.
How are you?
Nice to see you.
How you doing? How you doing, man? How are you?
I am great. How you doing?
I'm great, thank you.
We just heard the jazziest NFL theme song ever. That was a very cool version of that song.
Michael's heard that a few times.
I've heard
Yes,
it every
he
year.
has.
But you know, what a lot of people don't know, which I found very interesting, that you started out as an intern,
That's
and now
correct.
you are the commissioner.
That's correct.
Now, your producer started out as an intern. So
that right?
imagine one day all of this could be hers.
So how did that happen, though? How did you, I mean, as an intern?
Well, it was always my lifelong goal to work for the NFL. And so I got out of college. They rejected me probably 50 times.
No.
50 times.
Wow.
And I stayed with it. And finally, I think they gave me the job, honestly, because they were tired of getting my letters.
Do you know what? That's actually an incredible lesson because so many young people are discouraged by rejection and will not stick it through. You know, even if they're rejected once or twice, they're like, "That's it. It's not for me. I'm out." And you said 50 times you were
50
rejected.
times. I actually don't mind rejection. I'm good at it. So.
Yeah.
But the reality is it was, you know, work for me. And I got an internship. They kept me on after that and finally made me a full-time employee 2 years later.
Wow. And being a commissioner, it's a tough job. I mean, it really
Yes, it
is.
is.
You have so many tough decisions that you have to make. But what was the toughest decision you had to make as commissioner?
You know, I think the toughest, Michael, is whenever you're dealing with some of the player discipline issues. And I don't spend an awful lot of time on that. It's a very small part of my job. But when you're dealing with people that have young people have made mistakes, and they paid a big price. Michael Vick's a good example of that. It was a difficult time. But when you see somebody accept responsibility for that and say, I want to make a difference in the world, and I think Michael has done that, you know, it's easy for me to get behind them. And so my closest relationships are really with a lot of the guys that I've had that kind of interaction with in discipline. It's tough.
Now, Commissioner, since you are here, I had a lot of friends that asked me to ask you this question. As the commissioner, as the man in charge of the whole operation, can't you make the Super Bowl on a Saturday night so that people... Because, you know, everybody likes to have a nice Super Bowl party. Everybody likes to
We like that.
imbibe a little, have a little...
Libations?
Yes, libations, some pizza and whatnot. And it's always a Monday morning call-in sick day.
Well, we're trying to make it into a 3-day weekend by doing that. See, but because I think that's right. We can create another Super Bowl 3-day weekend.
So it'd be like a Monday after the Super Bowl national holiday.
That's where we are.
Okay, I'll agree with that.
As the commissioner, can you then talk to the President of the United States to make that happen so it becomes a national holiday?
That's a good idea. Actually, that's a call I'd like to make.
Now, one of the biggest issues that's out there now in the news is player safety, and
Right.
particularly concussions. And so, how have the NFL addressed that?
Well, the first thing for us to do is to try to always make the game safer and make it better at the same time. And we've been able to do that over the years, and very successfully. You change the rules specifically to take the head out of the game, to make sure that we improve the equipment, make sure guys are using the equipment. We always say about the helmets, the helmets are for protection. They're not used to be for a weapon.
As weapons,
As
right.
weapons. And we've got to make sure we train our players the right way, our coaches the right way, to teach the game the right way. And the last thing is research. And we're investing millions of dollars, frankly hundreds of millions of dollars, in trying to find out answers to some of the difficult questions, which we just don't know about the brain. And they'll help not only football, but they'll help every other sport, and frankly our military.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
And you know, you started the Heads Up football program, which I'm a part of, to
Yes.
teach a different, tackling technique starting from little kids, so that they learn it from the grounds root up. And it's really interesting because so many parents are afraid to let their kids play football now.
Well, I think, and I understand that, and this Heads Up football program is something we're rolling out nationwide this year. Already 30,000 coaches have signed up to be certified, so that they know the proper techniques and they know how to teach young kids. You know this.
Yeah.
You got to learn how to play the game, and you have to learn how to do it safely. And we want to make sure the coaches understand that, the players understand that. We believe we'll have 1,000 leagues across the country that will have signed up for this program. So I hope people will let their kids play football, but make sure they're supervised properly and playing the game right.
Now, the NFL draft starts on Thursday. Now, you give each player a big bear hug, and you whisper something in their ear. What are you saying?
You know, Kelly, I'm not sure if it's me giving the big bear hug or if it's them giving me the big bear
You're
hug.
hugging, there's an embrace.
There's an embrace.
There's a warm embrace and whispering.
There is a little whispering. You know, it's one of the great things about my job because at that moment, these young men have worked so hard to become NFL players, and this is the moment when they become an NFL player, and it's just an awesome time.
I never
and
got
most of them are crying.
You know, I
you know what?
I got
a chance to fix that, Michael. See, I got something right here.
What?
See, I got right here. I got two.
Wait, I made the cut?
Now,
Oh my gosh!
I'm not sure which one's which, right?
That's Kelly there.
This one's mine.
Kelly,
Oh my
you're
God.
now officially a first-round draft
Thank
pick.
you. What do you want to whisper in my ear?
Good luck, good luck.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
And you, big guy, you never got it. First rounders.
This is so exciting.
You look good.
Oh my gosh, this is the most exciting thing that's ever happened to me. When do I report to the practice?
Let's go.
Let's go.
You know,
You
This
actually
is
want to get
great.
the contract first.
Now, and I have one more request. On behalf of all the NFL players, can I tackle you?
Let's go.
Listen, for more information about the Heads Up football program, go to our website. Of course, the 2013 NFL Draft is this Thursday.